My exhibit is called Feminist Breakthrough. This exhibit will display art from the feminist artists Mary Beth Edelson, Lynda Benglis, Martha Rosler, Judy Chicago, and Monica Mayer. These women bring light to the oppressive nature of the patriarchal world and give a voice to women through their art. In this exhibit, ideologies of a boys-only club, the betrayal of women's bodies, and the controlling nature of women in the kitchen will be challenged. Historical women will be remembered, and the voices of women who have experienced violence in their city will be heard. These artists were chosen because they not only speak out for women in these pieces, but because they are, or they were, continuous participants in the feminist movement. These pieces were selected due to the unique structure that breaks the traditional paint and sculpture structure that is commonly seen in art. Figuring that this whole exhibit is about breaking the norm, why not select pieces of art that break through the norm of art as well? Hence why this exhibit is dubbed the Feminist Breakthrough. My first piece is called Some Living Women Artists / The Last Supper. It was made in 1972 by Mary Beth Edelson, who was born February 6, 1933, and she died April 20th, 2021. Edelson, dubbed one of the most notable first-generation feminist artists, was greatly influenced by her studies in philosophy and psychology. Some Living Women Artists / The Last Supper was on one of her most notable works, as it exhibits a parody version of the painting The Last Supper by Leonardo da Vinci. This poster challenges the idea of a male-only club and the subordination often found in religion when it comes to women. My second piece is an art form advertisement that was made in 1974 by Lynda Benglis, who was born October 25, 1941. Benglis's art entangles with the process of material-based practices, while at the same time confronting femininity in the male-dominated art world. And while Benglis's work is usually in the form of a sculpture, she's found many different outlets of art, including, but not limited to, an art form advertisement she paid to be in. She used this advertisement to break the traditional depiction of women in media. This piece caused an uproar in media due to her unladylike pose, and to some it was even considered offensive. Semiotics of the Kitchen was a video. It was made in 1975 by Martha Rosler, who was born July 29, 1943. Rosler does her art through video, photo text, performance, critical writing, and installation. Through her art, she questions the social and political world and how it dominates everyday life. In her piece, Semiotics of the Kitchen, Rosler goes through the utensils in her kitchen in alphabetical order. She displays their usage in a violent manner, frustrated with the domesticated and controlling nature of the kitchen. My fourth piece is The Dinner Party. It was made in 1974 through 79 by Judy Chicago, who was born July 20th, 1939. Chicago turned her artwork into a feminist outlook in the late 1960s, and she started the first feminist art program at California State University in 1970. Chicago is a writer, lecturer, and collaborator on many large projects on women's outlook, but she is mostly known for her work when it came to The Dinner Party. This large piece of art has 39 place settings and is a tribute to 999 prominent women that were commonly looked over in history. my last piece, I hope I say it right, is called El Tanadero, and in English it's called The Clothesline. It was made in 1978 by Monica Mayer, who was born March 16, 1954. Mayer studied at the National School of Plastic Arts and the National Autonomous University of Mexico between 1972 and 1976. Early on, Mayer realized that the female identity would heavily impact her work, and she joined the Mexican feminist movement. A few years later, her piece El Tanadero in Mexico City emerged. This piece consists of small sheets of paper that visitors write about what they hate most about their city, or in order to encourage talking about violence experienced by women in their city. There was a second version that was in place at the Ocean Park neighborhood in Santa Monica. So this is my layout. I have it in the shape of a triangle to try to accommodate for the large piece, the dinner party. I wanted it to kind of match, and yeah. So my entrance is at the top of the triangle, and the two pieces that are facing each other is the Art Forum advertisement and the Some Living Women Artist poster. And my hope is they come through the entrance, they kind of take a look at the dinner party, and they get to go to the two separate rooms, the semiotics of the kitchen, which is a video that I would have on constant replay, and then maybe walk across to look at the El Tanadero or vice versa, and write their experience as it's an interactive piece. And then they can exit the same way they came in, and the hope is to kind of get a new outlook on the female identity